Have you ever felt that God was leading you to YouTube, not just to watch videos, but, to create a YouTube channel? Not just to create a channel, but to create a channel about your life. Because so many things you went through in your life, it was God who brought you out. It was God who was there with you, guiding you through it. Sometimes it didn't feel like it. Sometimes it felt like you was all alone, but you realized God was there with you. And now you feel God is telling you to get on YouTube, not just to watch other people's lives or their experience, but to share yours. That's what we're going to talk about today. If God is calling you to YouTube, pick up your phone and shoot a video. Let's go. Because so many people realize that they have something in their lives that can be of value to somebody else's life. And don't mind me, I'm driving. I got two hands on the steering wheel, but I drive with one hand. Don't worry about me, because I have over 30 years of transportation experience, and I've been driving like this all my life, so don't worry about that. But in this video, we're talking about if you believe God has called you to YouTube, not just look at other people's videos in their life, but to share your life. Because let's be real, everybody has been through something. You have been through something. And since everybody's been through something, and those who know that God has brought them out, those who know that God was a part of their life even when they felt like they was all alone, you have something to share. Because for me, let me talk about myself. Because I'm not going to talk about you. I'm going to talk about myself. But I'll start with myself, and I know myself, and I'm going to start talking about myself first. When I was 10 years old, I met my father. And it was like, wow, all this time, I didn't even know he existed. And it was like a love-hate relationship, because I love to hate him. You say, how could you love to hate your father? Because up until that point, I didn't have no discipline. Yeah, I was 10 years old. I was doing what I wanted to do. I was going to bed when I wanted to go to bed, and, going to school, but really not going to school, because the school was right across the street from the house, and still going to school late every morning. I was like, don't judge me. Don't judge me. But that was my life. But when I met my father, he was strict. He was like, nah, you got to say yes, sir, and no, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. He was being strict. And I thank God for that. But it was like a love-hate relationship. But as time went on, I started to love him more than I hated him. I hated the discipline, but I loved him because I met my father. But fast forward, when I turned 16, that tragic experience happened in my life when I came home from school one day and I realized, he's not on the ground exercising. He had a massive heart attack. And, it's amazing that, I tried to do CPR and it worked a little bit, but he died in my arms, literally. The man I met 6 years prior. And I carried that for years and years, thinking I was at fault. I could have saved him if I just remembered how to do CPR. I saw CPR on TV with Punky Brewster. If I just press the nose and tilt the head back and do 3 compressions and breathe in the mouth and pinch the nose. I couldn't remember to do all of that, but I did what I could. And about 10 years later, 7 years later, somewhere around there, my sister was like, yo, what's wrong with you? I was crying. I was like, oh, man, I could have saved Jimmy. I could have saved him. And it was like, what's wrong with you? Man up. What's wrong with you? Don't you know when the paramedics came, he said he was still alive when they got there? And I was like, there was? I was like, there was? Yeah, there was, yeah. So I was like, okay. And that took a burden off of me, because I thought I was the reason he died. And my lady was like, don't you know? Later, my mom's was like, don't you know? He was there when you was born, but you was there when he died. And that hit me. He was there when I was born, and I was the last person to see him, and he to see me when I died. And when that hit me in my heart, I was like, oh man, it was something that God has done, that I was the last person, a familiar face for him to see before he left this earth. And I tell people that story to let them know, cherish every moment you have, no matter how you feel. Cherish every moment you have, because you don't know when that moment will be taken away from you. And I tell a lot of people that, and I told people the story, and a lot of people say, well, you know, my father died the same way, and I thank you, Anthony, because my brother was in the house, and I didn't know what to do, and he died, and thank you for sharing your story. It makes me feel better that I'm not the only one. I'm telling you that to tell you this. If God is calling you to share your story, to share your message on YouTube, answer the call, pick up the phone, shoot a video. Wow, it's already 6 minutes in. Look, the main thing I want you to do is pick up your phone and shoot a video. Because you know you have something to say. You know you have something to share with the world, because the world is waiting for you. You have people that's assigned to you waiting to hear your story. Those people that heard my story about me and my father, I haven't seen them since I told that story. And when I told the story, they say thank you because it happened to me, or they say thank you because, you know, I felt that. Thank you. I can, you know, live my life more because I know I'm not the only person. You don't know how your story is going to touch somebody. You don't know how your story is going to help somebody. If God is calling you to YouTube, answer the call by picking up your phone and shoot a video and post it. Because if God is calling you to do it, he already made a way for you to do it. You're watching me now, you got a phone in your hand. Hey Moses, what you got in your hand? I got a phone. But pick that phone up and shoot a video. Moses, why are you talking about you can't talk? You stutter so much. You don't know how to talk right. You're not eloquent. See, I'm making up words again. You're not elegant in words. Get my brother Aaron. Let him talk for me. No, Moses, you can talk. You can talk on your video. You can talk and be your authentic self. You have people to deliver from whatever you went through. What you went delivered from, you can help people get delivered from the same thing. Just like Moses didn't know how to lead his people, you leading the people that's assigned to you. Let me look at the road now, because I'm getting kind of excited. I got to keep my eyes on the road. But I just want you to know that you can be somebody Moses, not can be. You are somebody Moses, because you have that message inside of you. What Moses said, God said, let my people go. That's all he said. God said, let my people go. When you find out God is calling you to your people, those who are assigned to you, when they hear your voice, they're hearing God's voice through you. When Moses said what he said to Pharaoh, God said, let my people go. God was speaking. God backed up what he said. Just like everything that's going on in your life, everything you experience, you know God was there. And now God's telling you to get on YouTube. You shooting a video, God is speaking through you. God is going to make everything work out for your good, because you are a vessel of his that experienced certain experiences, overcame some challenges, and now you're sharing it with those people that's assigned to you. So I want you to take that phone that you're watching me with, once this video's over, of course, and not while you're driving, because you got to have 2 hands on the road, 2 hands on the steering wheel, and shoot your first video. Because if you believe God is calling you to YouTube, and you believe you have a message to share with those people that's assigned to you, shoot that video. Upload that video. their faces because you can't see their faces now. But once you see them comment in your comment section, you will see their faces. You will feel their heart. You will feel everything that God has already preordained for you to feel about this moment, to motivate you to make more videos about your life, your experience, and everything that happened to you that can benefit those that have been assigned to you. So that's all I wanted to say this morning. I said I have to shoot this video because it's something that's needed. Something that's needed. So I want you to leave a comment below if this has helped you in any way to get motivated to start a YouTube channel, motivated to shoot some videos, or if you're just motivated to get started. So this is my life. This is my experience. This is my time. So until next time, God bless.